can a small piece of fruit really be the reason you're waking up 2 or 3 times every single night? It may sound unbelievable, but for thousands of people across India, this is exactly what's happening. Picture this. Dinner is done, you sit back, maybe enjoy a slice of orange, or sip on a sweet glass of Mosambi juice. You're relaxed, you switch off the lights, hoping for that deep, peaceful sleep. But just as your body drifts off, suddenly your bladder pulls you awake, again and again. The cycle repeats, and by morning, you're drained, restless, and frustrated. Here's the shocking part. Sometimes it isn't your age, or your health problems, or even stress. The culprit could simply be the type of fruit you eat after dinner. Yes, some fruits are quietly disturbing your sleep, while others can actually help you rest better and keep your body fresh the next day. So today, we'll uncover 5 fruits that secretly hurt your sleep and 5 fruits that improve it. Before we begin, comment below your city and the time you usually sleep. I want to know your routine. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because what you'll learn today can change your nights forever. Before we dive deeper, tell me, where are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments. I'd love to see how far this video reaches. And if you're new here, don't just watch and scroll. Hit that subscribe button right now and join our growing family, because the tips we share can genuinely change the way you live and sleep. As we cross the age of 60, something begins to quietly change inside our bodies, especially in the way our kidneys and bladder function. You might notice that trips to the bathroom at night become more frequent, and while it may feel frustrating, there's a very real science behind it. Our kidneys are like natural filters. They work all day, balancing fluids and removing waste. But after 60, these filters start to slow down in efficiency. They don't hold on to water the same way they used to, which means more liquid gets converted into urine, even when you haven't had much to drink. On top of that, the nerves in your bladder grow more sensitive with age. Imagine a bucket that feels full even when there's only a little water inside. That's what happens with your bladder. Even a small amount of urine can trigger the urge to go, disturbing your deep sleep cycles. Hormones also play a sneaky role here. With age, the body produces less antidiuretic hormone, ADH, the very chemical that tells your body to slow urine production at night. Without enough ADH, the kidneys keep working overtime, filling your bladder when you should be resting. Add to this the fact that muscles around the bladder weaken over time, and suddenly holding urine becomes more difficult. The result? 2, 3, even 4 bathroom visits each night. The good news? Not all foods worsen this problem. Some fruits and habits can calm the bladder and reduce night trips, while others silently make it worse. And that's exactly what we'll uncover. The 5 fruits to avoid and the 5 fruits to welcome after dinner. What you eat in the evening has a much bigger impact on your bladder than most people realize. After 60, your body becomes more sensitive to the food you consume, especially at night. Certain ingredients, which felt harmless years ago, now act as irritants for your bladder and digestive system. Acidic fruits like oranges, lemons, or even pineapples can increase urine production and irritate the lining of the bladder, making it more restless during the night. Similarly, spicy or heavily seasoned food tends to inflame the bladder wall, making the urge to urinate come much faster than it should. Caffeine, whether it's from tea, coffee, or even chocolate, works as a diuretic, meaning it pushes your kidneys to make more urine. Combine this with the fact that older kidneys are already working less efficiently, and you get the perfect recipe for sleepless nights. Even a late, heavy dinner puts pressure on your system. Your body is trying to digest food when it should be resting, and the result is more fluid imbalance and extra nighttime trips to the bathroom. That's why evening diet control is so important. The right foods can calm your bladder, while the wrong ones keep you up at night. Sometimes the road to better sleep starts right from your dinner plate. We often think that waking up at night is only because of age, weak kidneys, or stress. But in reality, what you eat in the evening decides how peaceful your night will be. The bladder is directly affected by your food choices, especially after 60, when the body becomes more sensitive to acids, spices, and natural stimulants. That is why one wrong fruit, taken at the wrong time, can make you restless throughout the night. If you truly want to reduce nighttime urination and enjoy uninterrupted sleep, It's important to know which foods, and especially which fruits, you must avoid after dinner. Let's uncover those one by one. 1. Banana, the gentle friend of your bladder. Among all fruits, banana is perhaps the simplest yet most powerful gift for anyone struggling with nighttime urination. Why? Because bananas are naturally low in acid. Unlike citrus fruits that can irritate your bladder lining, a ripe banana feels calm and soothing once it reaches your digestive system. That means less irritation, less urgency, and more control when you're trying to rest at night. But the story doesn't end there. Bananas are rich in potassium, a mineral that plays a key role in balancing fluids in the body. Potassium helps relax smooth muscles, including those around your bladder. When these muscles are calm instead of twitchy, your bladder can hold urine comfortably without sending false "I need to go" signals at 2 a.m. Bananas are also gentle on the stomach. Many older adults deal with acidity or indigestion after dinner, and heavy or tangy fruits can make it worse. Bananas, on the other hand, coat the stomach lightly, ease acid reflux, and provide a steady release of energy so you don't wake up feeling empty or restless. For the best results, timing matters. The ideal window is around 5 p.m. as a light snack, or just after dinner as a dessert replacement. Always choose ripe, room-temperature bananas. Avoid eating them straight from the fridge, as cold bananas can sometimes trigger mild cramps in sensitive stomachs. So, if you're looking for a fruit that quietly supports your bladder health, keeps muscles relaxed, and promotes uninterrupted sleep, the humble banana deserves a permanent place on your evening plate. 2. Papaya, the digestive healer for your bladder. If banana is the gentle friend, papaya is the healer your bladder secretly needs. This tropical fruit is packed with papain, a natural enzyme that speeds up digestion and breaks down proteins with ease. For many elders, slow digestion and bloating put extra pressure on the bladder, forcing more nighttime trips. Papaya clears this problem at the root, keeping your stomach light, your intestines smooth, and your bladder free from unnecessary pressure. But papaya's magic doesn't stop with digestion. It has a naturally alkalizing effect inside the body. What does that mean? Simply put, it reduces the acidity of your urine. Acidic urine can irritate the bladder wall, making it more sensitive and prone to sending urgent signals even when it isn't full. By balancing urine pH, papaya helps your bladder stay calm and relaxed, giving you longer, undisturbed hours of rest. Another bonus is papaya's rich fiber content. Constipation is a hidden enemy of bladder health. When the colon is backed up, it presses against the bladder, causing frequent urination. A small bowl of papaya daily ensures smooth bowel movements, keeping abdominal pressure low and your bladder comfortable. The best way to consume papaya is in moderation. Around 150 grams after dinner is an ideal portion. This not only helps your body digest the meal better, but also doubles as a light, sweet dessert. Choose fully ripe papaya for maximum benefit. Soft orange flesh with no bitterness. Easy to chew, easy to digest, and deeply soothing, papaya is a perfect night companion. Add it to your plate, and you'll notice your bladder and stomach working in harmony, letting you drift into peaceful sleep. 3. Pear, the gentle soother for your bladder. Pears may look simple, but for elders struggling with nighttime bathroom trips, they are a quiet blessing. The secret lies in sorbitol, a natural sugar alcohol found in pears. Unlike ordinary sugars, sorbitol works as a mild, natural laxative. It gently softens the stool and keeps bowel movements regular. Why is this important? Because when the intestines are blocked or the stool is hard, they press against the bladder, triggering more frequent urges to urinate. By keeping digestion smooth and constipation at bay, pears indirectly reduce the pressure on your bladder. Another advantage of pears is their low acidity. Many fruits, especially citrus, make urine more acidic, which can irritate the bladder lining. Pears, however, are naturally bladder-friendly. Their mild nature keeps urine pH balanced, ensuring the bladder stays calm instead of becoming hyperactive at night. This means fewer signals waking you up and more hours of undisturbed rest. To get the maximum benefit, pears are best eaten with their skin on. The skin is rich in fiber, which adds another layer of digestive support and further reduces abdominal pressure. Just wash the fruit thoroughly and enjoy it fresh. Timing also plays a role. Instead of eating pears right before bed, try having one in the late afternoon. This gives your body enough time to digest and absorb its benefits before night without putting extra weight on your stomach at bedtime. Simple, light, and soothing, pears act like a gentle friend for your bladder. A small habit of eating them daily can make a noticeable difference in nighttime comfort. 4. Watermelon. Refreshing but time-sensitive. When it comes to hydration, few fruits are as cooling and refreshing as watermelon. For elders who often suffer from nighttime urination, watermelon can be both a friend and a foe, depending entirely on when you eat it. Watermelon is packed with lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that supports both prostate and bladder health. In men, a healthy prostate reduces the risk of frequent urination, while for both men and women, lycopene helps keep the bladder lining strong and less irritable. Over time, this can lower the chances of those midnight trips that disturb your rest. But here's the tricky part. Watermelon is also about 92% water. Eating it late in the evening means your body suddenly receives a big dose of liquid that has to be filtered by the kidneys. As a result, you'll almost certainly be up at night, rushing to the bathroom. That's why timing is critical. The best time to enjoy watermelon is before 2 p.m. This gives your body enough hours to process the extra fluid while still letting you benefit from its nutrients. Quantity matters too. A small bowl of about 150-200 grams is enough. Eating too much at once not only adds unnecessary sugar, but also overloads the bladder. Instead of late-night watermelon slices, try enjoying them as a light mid-morning or early afternoon snack. So while watermelon can play an important role in maintaining prostate and bladder health, it should never be eaten close to bedtime. Treated wisely, it refreshes the body during the day without disturbing your peace at night. 5. Guava, the gentle immunity. Booster guava is one of the most underrated fruits when it comes to elder health and better sleep. Unlike oranges or lemons, guava is high in vitamin C but low in citric acid, which means it strengthens immunity without irritating the bladder. For many seniors who struggle with nighttime urination, this simple difference makes guava a far safer choice. Beyond immunity, guava is also packed with anti-inflammatory compounds. These help soothe the urinary tract, reduce swelling in the bladder lining, and keep infections at bay. For elders, even a mild urinary infection can become a reason for disturbed sleep. Adding guava regularly can naturally lower this risk. Let me share a small story. In Kerala, a retired schoolteacher made a habit of eating one medium guava every afternoon. She used to suffer from constant burning sensations and frequent urination at night. Her doctor advised replacing her evening citrus fruits with guava. Within weeks, she noticed her nights becoming calmer, with fewer interruptions. It became a small lifestyle change with a big impact on her quality of rest. The timing of guava matters too. The best time to eat it is around 4 p.m. This gives the body enough hours to digest and absorb nutrients without adding pressure on the bladder before bedtime. Also, guava should be enjoyed without masala or salt. Many of us add chili powder or black salt, but these irritants can actually undo its soothing benefits. A plain guava in the afternoon is a gentle way to support your bladder, protect against inflammation, and ensure a peaceful night's sleep. Now we talk about fruits that irritate bladder 1. Orange, Mozambi, the citrus trap. For many elders, a sweet slice of orange or a refreshing glass of Mozambi juice after dinner feels harmless, even healthy. But what most don't realize is that citrus fruits like these are often the hidden reason behind restless, broken sleep. The culprit is citric acid. Oranges and Mozambis are loaded with it, and once consumed, citric acid lowers the pH of urine, making it more acidic. This irritates the bladder wall, forcing it to contract more often. As a result, even when the bladder isn't completely full, the urge to urinate feels urgent. For elders, this means waking up not once, but sometimes 3 or 4 times every night. Take the example of a 70-year-old man in Hyderabad. He loved ending his dinner with fresh Mozambi juice, believing it was good for digestion. But night after night, he found himself rushing to the bathroom, struggling to get uninterrupted rest. His doctor eventually pointed out the connection. The evening citrus intake was irritating his bladder. When he shifted his Mozambique juice to lunchtime instead, his sleep improved dramatically. The advice here is not to completely avoid oranges or Mozambiques. After all, they are rich in vitamin C and hydration. But timing is everything. For elders, these fruits are best eaten before 2 p.m., when the body has enough time to process the acids without disturbing nighttime rest. Another important tip: avoid combining citrus fruits with dinner or late evening snacks. Eating them on an empty stomach in the morning or as part of a light lunch ensures you still get their nutritional benefits without paying the price of sleepless nights. So, while oranges and Mozambiques may seem refreshing, for peaceful sleep, they can quietly become your biggest nighttime enemy. 2. Pineapple. Pineapple is often seen as a refreshing fruit, but for those above 60, it can quietly become a reason behind restless nights. The key culprit is an enzyme called bromelain, which is very active in pineapple. While bromelain supports protein digestion, in older adults it can sometimes overactivate the intestines, leading to frequent bowel movements or a bloated stomach. This bloating pushes the bladder downwards, creating false urgency signals that force you to wake up at night. Another issue is the natural acidity of pineapple. Unlike mild fruits such as banana or pear, pineapple juice can irritate the bladder lining. The irritation may not be obvious during the day, but at night, when bladder capacity naturally shrinks with age, even small amounts of acidic irritation can make seniors feel like they must go now, even if the bladder is only half full. Take the example of a retired schoolteacher from Chennai who enjoyed pineapple slices after dinner almost daily. She began waking up 3-4 times at night, convinced it was her kidneys weakening. But after shifting pineapple consumption to mornings and avoiding it at night, her sleep quality improved drastically. Doctors recommend that if elders want to enjoy pineapple, it should be eaten only in small portions and preferably before 12 noon, never after evening meals. A small bowl of 100-150 grams is generally safe for most people. In short, pineapple is a nutrient-rich fruit, but for seniors, timing and moderation are everything. Treat it as a daytime fruit, not an evening one, if you want your bladder to stay calm through the night. 3. Grapes. Grapes may look harmless, but for elders struggling with nighttime bathroom trips, they can be a hidden trigger. The main problem comes from the way grapes ferment inside the gut. Because they are naturally high in sugar, undigested portions can ferment in the intestines, producing gas and bloating. This bloating presses against the bladder, creating extra pressure and causing you to feel the need to urinate more often at night. Another factor is the thick skin of grapes. For younger people with strong digestion, grape skins are easily broken down. But as we age, enzyme activity in the gut slows down, making these skins harder to digest. Undigested skin lingers in the gut, adding to the bloating and discomfort. This chain reaction eventually irritates the bladder and disrupts peaceful sleep. Doctors often advise that if seniors enjoy grapes, they should eat them in the morning or early afternoon, never after dinner. Morning digestion is more active, and any fermentation that does occur has hours to settle before bedtime. Another tip is to peel the grapes before eating. Though it takes extra effort, removing the skin reduces the digestive burden and minimizes gas formation. A 68-year-old man from Pune once complained of waking up 4 times a night, despite not drinking excess water before bed. When he stopped eating grapes after dinner and instead shifted them to mid-morning, his nighttime sleep disturbances dropped dramatically. So, grapes are not forbidden. They are rich in antioxidants and support heart health. But for elders, the right timing and preparation, morning consumption, peeled if possible, make all the difference between a restful night and a restless one. 4. Citrus juice mixes. For many elders, an evening glass of mixed citrus juice, whether it's orange, sweet lime, or a blend, feels refreshing. But what seems like a healthy habit often becomes the very reason behind those frustrating midnight bathroom trips. The problem lies in the combination of concentrated acid and sugar. When fruits are juiced, the natural fiber is removed, leaving behind a liquid that is high in free-flowing acids and sugars. This makes it far easier for the stomach to absorb quickly, leading to sharp spikes in acidity. That acid irritates the lining of the bladder and urinary tract, increasing sensitivity and triggering frequent urges to urinate. For seniors, whose bladders are already less tolerant, the effect is even stronger. Compared to eating whole citrus fruits, juice mixes are far more harmful at night. Whole fruits release sugar slowly thanks to fiber, and their acidity is diluted by the chewing process. But juice hits the stomach in one concentrated burst. Think of it as pouring lemon juice directly into a sensitive system. Irritation is almost guaranteed. Doctors strongly recommend that elders avoid citrus juice after sunset. If you really enjoy juice, the best time to drink it is during late morning or at lunch, when digestion is at its peak and the body has hours to process the acids. Diluting juice with water or replacing it with warm herbal teas in the evening can also make a huge difference. A 70-year-old lady in Delhi shared how she replaced her nightly orange juice with chamomile tea. Within a week, her 3 to 4 nightly bathroom visits dropped to just 1, and her sleep improved dramatically. So remember, citrus juices aren't bad, but timing is everything. 5. Tomato, raw. Tomatoes are a common part of dinner plates across India, often eaten raw in salads or as toppings. But what many elders don't realize is that raw tomatoes can silently disturb their sleep at night. The main culprit here is oxalic acid, which is naturally present in tomatoes. When consumed raw, oxalic acid tends to bind with calcium in the body and can form tiny crystals. These crystals don't just irritate the kidneys, but can also affect the urinary tract and bladder. The irritation makes the bladder more sensitive, leading to repeated urges to pass urine, exactly the kind of interruption that breaks deep sleep cycles. Cooking tomatoes reduces much of this oxalic acid content, making them far safer to eat. In fact, traditional Indian gravies and sabzis often involve slow cooking with spices, which not only enhances taste, but also makes tomatoes gentler on the stomach and bladder. But raw tomato salads, chutneys, or slices eaten at night act differently. They directly bring acidity and oxalate irritation together, creating problems for elders already struggling with weak bladders. A real-life example explains it best. An elderly couple in Ahmedabad used to end every dinner with a small raw salad bowl, cucumber, onion, and fresh tomato slices. Both of them began waking up 3-4 times at night. At first, they thought it was just age, but when they replaced their raw tomato salad with lightly cooked vegetables, the improvement was dramatic. Within 2 weeks, their sleep became deeper, and nighttime urination reduced significantly. So if you enjoy tomatoes, don't avoid them altogether. The advice is simple. Skip raw tomato at dinner and stick to cooked forms at night. Your bladder and your sleep will thank you. Broader Ayurveda. Advice. Ayurveda has always emphasized that the strength of digestion, or Agni, follows the rhythm of the sun. In simple words, when the sun sets, the digestive fire also cools down. After sunset, our stomach and intestines work much slower, which means that heavy, raw, or acidic foods are not broken down fully. Instead of nourishing the body, they linger inside, causing fermentation, gas, acidity, and pressure on the bladder. This is why so many people notice that late-night fruits, especially watery or tangy ones, disrupt sleep. The principle is simple. Eat according to the clock of nature. During the day, digestion is strong, like a blazing fire. At night, digestion is weak, like a dying flame. If you throw raw fruits on a weak flame, they remain half-burnt and turn into toxins or ama. This ama often manifests as bloating, disturbed sleep, and repeated bathroom visits. So how should fruits be timed? Ayurveda divides fruits into 2 broad categories. 1. Watery and acidic fruits, like oranges, watermelons, or Mozambi. These are cooling, but also increase bladder sensitivity. Best time, before 5 p.m. Eating them in the evening or night is like pouring water on dying fire. Digestion weakens, and the bladder keeps getting disturbed. 2. Calming and nourishing fruits, like bananas, papayas, and pears. These fruits are easier to digest and also soothe the gut lining. Best time, evening, about 2 hours before bed. They reduce acid, calm the nervous system, and allow deeper sleep without bladder irritation. Another point Ayurveda stresses is not to mix heavy dinners with fruits. A plate with rice, dal, sabzi, and then fruits on top is a recipe for fermentation. Instead, fruits should either be eaten as a standalone mini-meal or at least kept 2 hours apart from a heavy dinner. Think of fruits as medicines. Right fruit, right time, and right amount make them healing. Wrong fruit, wrong timing, and wrong combination make them harmful. Elders who follow this rhythm often notice that their nighttime bathroom trips reduce drastically, and they wake up feeling light and rested. In short, Ayurveda says, respect the clock of nature, and your bladder will thank you every night. In Pune, there was a retired school teacher named Mr. Joshi. For years, his routine was the same: dinner at 8 p.m. followed by a tall glass of orange juice. He believed it was a healthy habit, a source of vitamin C before bed. But slowly, his nights turned restless. 2, sometimes 3 times, he would wake up to use the washroom. His wife noticed he was becoming more irritable in the mornings, his energy fading. At first, they assumed it was simply aging, something unavoidable. But when he visited a local Ayurvedic physician, the doctor asked him just one simple question: "What fruit do you eat at night?" Surprised, Mr. Joshi shared his orange juice habit. The doctor smiled and advised him to try a small switch. Replace the citrus with a slice of papaya in the evening. Skeptical but hopeful, Mr. Joshi made the change. Within just 3 days, his nights were different. He was sleeping peacefully, undisturbed till morning, something he hadn't experienced in years. His wife joked that the home was finally quiet at night, no more doors opening and closing. This is the power of mindful eating. Sometimes it's not medicine, but a simple awareness of when and what we eat that brings peace. And now, I invite you to try the same. A small 3-day experiment. Pay attention to the fruits you eat at night. Replace oranges, pineapple, or grapes with calming options like papaya, banana, or pear. Notice how your body responds. If even a fraction of your restlessness reduces, you'll know you're on the right path. Remember, sleep is not a luxury. It is healing. Every undisturbed night is a blessing. And when we respect our digestion, we respect our body's natural rhythm. So tonight, as you prepare your dinner, pause and ask yourself, am I choosing peace for my body or pressure? The answer may be as simple as the fruit on your plate. If this message resonated with you, I encourage you to share it with a friend or family member who struggles with restless nights. Together, let's spread awareness and help more people find the gift of peaceful sleep. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such insights that combine wisdom, science, and real-life stories. Because every step towards better sleep is a step towards a healthier, happier you. I wish you hope, healing, and peaceful nights ahead. May your dreams be uninterrupted, and may you wake up refreshed with energy and gratitude. That is my blessing for you today.